winning game 3. Exciting.
All right.
Game number 3 coming up in
Prepare for
and your
battle.
casters once again. Let's see who wins our final game of the day.
Onyx. Very much like AnneDroid being joined by GrandGrant, going for a bolder draft this game. How do you feel about the lineups?
Feels interesting. It feels like Onyx has a overall better team composition, but it feels like Complexity has like another set strategy. They know what they're doing. And Broodmother, man, if you just forget about him for like 1 or 2 minutes, lose a rack, you don't even know what happened to you. So I agree with Slacks. It should be pretty even. I don't know who actually takes it, but
I've seen Broodmothers get ignored, get out of control, but I think the point about 4 melee heroes up against AA and a Void is
definitely, and looks like it's gonna be so the Boba off lane, Faceless Void, and it will just be a safe lane Tiny. Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna do dual lanes or tri-lane it.
we'll have to see as things are going to get underway. Doesn't look like anyone's getting too ambitious. Feels chilling on their own side of the map. Spare Monkeys on Broodmother. Yeah, he's going to perform there. I mean, what's your key to playing the best Broodmother you can? Just getting ignored
Just
by
being
everyone
annoying.
else?
Being as annoying as you can, avoiding dying. And here we go. Let's see who steals the rune top.
Ooh. Like, Mason is able to grab it, so Monkey's going to be going back, hopping in.
That he was a stun for it, but he'll get his mana back eventually. And yeah, it's worth it. 100 gold for that. You have to get that.
Yeah, definitely. Going to be starting out a little bit easier here. Now, our mid-Legion commander, starting out with that poor man shield and 2 tangos, typical melee start for the mid. Against Puck, that'd be really...
Yeah, it is. Luckily, Abed does 64 damage against Legion 63, and he's going to try to harass Cancel, but with the poor man shield, that's good.
No, you don't.
Don't do that much damage, really.
Yeah, Cancel got to be very careful dodging out some of the magical burst, but hopefully just looking for farm fest. Down bottom, you mentioned that solo offlane Void. Pretty hard to bring down. I don't think this Void's going to do a whole lot preventing Moo from farming and getting out of control.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that. Monkey's just hiding in trees. There's sentries down. He's hiding all the way in the jungle. It's so hard to... You can't find him. He just sits on top of a tree. He's like Monkey King, but a spider and invisible.
Nice.
Yep.
Bottom Void, chunked to half health, just dealing with Moo's constant quill spray. Has to time walk off some of that damage.
The lane's pushing more towards Moo's side, which is good for them. So Bobo already level 2, though. I don't know. It seems like the lanes are just going to be pretty peaceful, except for possibly bottom lane, maybe if middle lane, if Abed overextends.
Oh. Monkey's able to go and de-ward very quickly.
He has a whole nother sentry, too. So Dubu has 1 sentry, Monkey has 1 sentry. It's going to be about who's quicker.
Monkey's definitely keeping his eyes peeled for everything. Wants to go in and snap a last hit. A little bit early on that one, but still finding some experience for himself.
And you don't necessarily need levels. That's why they're trying putting top in a trying. They mostly just want... They want a Blink Dagger, you want a Shadow Blade, something like that. Those are good, but most important.
Bottom Void getting harassed back. Another time walk forced out, and here we go. We'll see if there's going to be any sentry warfare top lane, because it's having an easier time than perhaps a solo Broodmother should against 3 heroes.
Problem is, I mean, that's probably why they picked it. Like, oh, you have a Bane, a Tiny, and an Ancient Apparition. Like, what are they really to do? You put him to sleep, like, early level 2? Like, what is it? How much does he do with 1, like, combo? Like, 100 damage. Doesn't do anything.
Here we've got Venn diagram of sentry wards, so not able to scout out and de-ward the dire ward, but there they do have the dust. Gonna hold him temporarily in place.
Nice.
They give frost fingers, but they just damage to get Monkeys down.
That was so good. He woke himself up with his spiderlings. He would have been 100% dead. That was sick play from Monk. Pretty standard, but
Definitely on top of things.
Yeah. Middle lane, I think Luck's doing a good job. Harass on cancel, even if you do 5 damage a hit to him, just keep that up. You have to, every time you use Illusionary Orb, you have to get at least 1 or 2 creeps and also hit cancel, and he's done that.
Cancel able to dodge out that one. He's doing pretty well in terms of farm. Our Legion Commander 14-5 now against Puck's 10-5, so even though Cancel does have that melee disadvantage, you could say, he's able to make up for it. Get himself always involved in the farming.
Dodged by Abed. He could have not done that prematurely and almost died. Melons actually was looking for like a courier sign, then he's like, oh, it's 3 minutes in, and couldn't really be a gank middle either. Yeah, it's super peaceful game.
Right now, we do see Monkey's getting time to himself. A dangerous proposition for Onyx.
Level 4. Really good. Now he's just going to jungle.
Boyd's going to go ahead, time walk himself off. 3 heroes back down in this bottom lane, and they're pretty eager to get things going. Moo start second on our last chart overall.
Yeah, when we saw Moo's bristleback yesterday, that was a horror to behold. It was just couldn't die from 15 minutes on.
He's off on a similar start here. Unless they gank that bristleback pretty soon, he's farming up. He's getting levels. Already level 4 for himself, and that's someone that started in a tri-lane.
Soul Ring's up on Brood now. It looks like Complexity already kind of taking a little bit of control of this early game, even with 0 kills on either side. They're winning both top and bottom lane now.
Yeah, this is really, really scary. The solo Brood now able to force Tiny, keep him in check. They do have vision now from the sentry ward, but again, solo Mason can't. An avalanche he can toss, but that's still not enough to bring down Monkeys, who still has 2 tangos.
If he has all the spiderlings on him, it's almost impossible to get a stun toss combo on him.
Done well. I mean, mid lane could be our hope. Again, we do have Puck able to start the combos going in. If there's an awesome Chronosphere, Dream Coil, Ice Blast, it could be detrimental to Complexity, but it's starting to get a little bit of a steep.
I wonder what Mason does here, because only level 5, and he had to get one. He got 1 in Craggy. Can't really do much to Spiderling. See, he uses this combo and he kills 1 Spiderling. The other ones just live with a little bit of HP. Could just get dove under tower, and that's why he got the 1 in Craggy.
And bottom Moo on the run from Way2. Way2 has that Nightmare ready to go, but Bristleback already with his little shoes, carving his way through the tree.
Sure, if they could have gotten that kill anyways. That's the problem. There's just not really stuns on almost either team. We have stun on Tiny and then Crystal Maiden's Frostbite, and that's much it besides Elder Titan Stomp.
Oh, 6 minutes in, still no first blood. Things could change here as Crystal Maiden's caught on her own. They've got Moo to try to zone, but Melons is so squishy, so enticing.
First blood, it shall be duly
Nice, and
noted.
there where we see the power of
Up top though, Mason they get traded upon here. Goes back in with the avalanche, but cast out a web. Toss connects, but Mason is still running for his life, and Z-Freak able to grab up the gold for that one.
It just Tiny. I mean, you think stun toss until he has like level 4 of each, he cannot clear out those broodlings. They can just dive him under the tower 24/7. So he might have to go somewhere else or get help.
Bad escapes a fight in the mid lane, able to illusory down bottom. That's just kind of leaving the problem alone for now. Can't still getting incredibly farmed in this Legion. She'd have a more difficult time than he has.
Yeah, I think she matches up good with Puck just because she does the same amount of damage as Puck, and poor man's shield versus ranged is always going to be good. And without any true gank, I mean, AA can't go on by himself, and Bane barely can. So it worked out well. They better lanes from Cole right now.
All trying to do what they can. Again, a free farming Tiny is.
Oh, they're going on middle.
No, they're going in. It is a TP. Probably going to find the kill in Legion Commander. It's 4 heroes rotated in. And Cancel's still actually putting up a deep fight. Ability. While all that's happening in mid lane, top lane, Mason just stuck between a rock and a hard place. He can't go forward because there's Broodmother waiting. He can't go back because there's the Elder Titan Stomp. So it looks like Monkeys is just wait the 2 seconds till the on Spiderlings and toss it out. Get the.
Under attack.
Yeah, that's Mason will take that though. He gets the kill on Z-Freak surprisingly. So they rotate 4 middle and then they try to 3-man top, and Z-Freak should not have died there. Actually, that helps to make it a lot. It actually gets him to level 7.
Way2 trying to attempt to deal with problem going on in bot lane, but talked about earlier, Moo has the potential to become unkillable. Got that chrono, but that is a huge commit for a very tanky hero. Wanting to expend that without guaranteed reward.
I think that's kind of a smart thing in Cole's draft. You have to commit multiple heroes to Bristleback. It's almost impossible to kill. He's a Vanguard now in top lane, like Brood. If you don't lock her down right away, she's just running out the dust or the sentry, just getting her webs. Like, you always have to commit multiple heroes to these ganks. It can't just be like Abed +1. It has to be like Abed +2.
Speaking of Abed, he's just going to be going, making his way up onto this high ground here. An ambitious play, although Legion catch up with the Melons. They're just going to wait out this Dream Coil, potentially setting up for a really nice duel, although there is going to be those Cold Feet proccing onto the lead. Cancel rotating without that extra bit of support necessary. Now Cancel going to get nuked down. Jubu left to deal with him. Cancel is left alive, but that was Perhaps a little bit of a misstep from Complex.
Now, oh, nice dodge. He should. Nope, the shrine.
The
Wow.
shrine is good, and they've got the sleep onto Monkeys. He's stuck between his own spiderlings. He can't make it back to his web in time. Casts out another web, but there is avalanche from the Tiny.
There we see they do commit a bunch of heroes, but look at bottom lane. Bull was getting chased around. They needed that. I'm surprised. Monkeys just ran over, expecting easy kill, but Abed with the super quick fingers.
A good way to punish there, keeping the Brood in check. Brood was able to pick up Midas before he went down, though. That's going to be a key pick.
Not really sure how Onyx takes towers here. I think they're just happy with getting ganks and farming. They're not really a tower-taking team until later game.
I mean, how late do they want to push it? The Tiny's going to scale up really nicely, but also the Elder Titan can scale percentage-based, and the Legion Commander get stronger and stronger. What's the ideal window?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think Faceless Void just needs to get a decent chunk of farm going for the Vlads, and then Tiny just needs one of the initiation items, and that's it. Bottom lane way too though.
I'm just gonna get frostbitten up. That little Bane is not looking like he's getting out there alive. He's going for the Nightmare Deny. Oh, it was so close. Just a couple of ticks of damage off.
Rough, and they're gonna lose a tower because of that.
It's looking a little bit rough overall net
Legion
worth.
Commander did die though to Bulba and Abed middle. That's good for him.
As a Faceless Void chrono commit. Make sure that kill locked in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Melon's rotating past the shrine. There's gonna be pings on that. Melons really wants to find this. Gonna go deny the rune after Abed doesn't get out of control. And now here we see Dubu walking through the very scary place to be. Of the game, damage going the way of cancel.
Yep. Simple kill, easy kill. It's always a big kill when it's a lead. You're getting a dual kill. But it does buy space for Mason. He now has his level 3 avalanche, level toss, so he can clear out the spiderlings finally.
Speaking of clearing spiderlings, Monkeys just took the opportunity to move towards mid. Bed. Able to clean up a spiderling or two. Towers facing serious pressure.
Around here's cancel right clicking. They can't really defend this until Mason has a blink or a shadow blade.
Dream coils up, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up.
Ayo.
Ice blast. Only gonna connect on this little rangy right here.
That hit on Monkeys out, it definitely forced him back, and fortunately they can just tower at the spiderlings now.
That looks like it's gonna be a slow but sure push coming in. Puck just tossing out orbs, trying to prevent the inevitable, but in the end, more and more gold going towards this Broodmother, who now, again, has a Midas.
Broodmother never has trouble farming, really, especially when the rest of the lane's pretty much won. He can just move around wherever he wants.
Tower is under attack.
So, we're talking about all the things going well for Complexity. What's going real well for Onyx? Tiny, he's got his levels, he's now got a Blink
He has
Dagger.
a blink dagger. Bulba as well is getting closer to Vlad's, only about 900 away, which is big. That's when they can start fighting. They'll all be about level 10, so they'll have their first talent trees.
Under attack.
Pretty much just need to get a blink toss combo to Tiny, maybe get into at least damaging one of the towers. Middle lane, taking a decent shot. They might try for that.
Tower is under attack.
Play by our Tiny here, able to go and de-ward any vision up near this top rune. He'll plop down a sentry as well, so trying to keep Broodmother's farm at least a little bit in check.
Looks like Bristleback's going for the Echo Saber. Wants a little more of that physical damage, which is not surprising, but
Himself a Vanguard and treads. What else do you get?
exactly could have gone the hood or pipe, but pipe. Decent. I'm surprised he didn't. Maybe they just want Elder Titan. Elder Titan's haste bottom. They're looking for Moo. They could definitely kill Moo now with this group of heroes.
I like that they're putting wards down as they go, and looks like Moo is just going to go ahead and check the entire Dire team. Short range ult being cast, and Moo will get bitten by that frostbite. Tossed up, slapped down, and that's a kill.
Ooh, and Mason gets stomped. Is anyone else rotating from the left side, but they're too squishy. Without Moo to frontline for them, they can't do it.
Is that going to be a consistent problem, or are we going to see Legion step up and be able to...
Dire's
The game goes
top
on.
I think Bristle just won't out like that. Biggest thing. That's one of those. That's definitely one of the swindle captain team things. You make a mistake once, just don't make it again in the game, and they're gonna get better vision up down there. Legion Commander is pretty much there to initiate, but not frontline.
Yeah, she's looking for those, side pickoffs. Someone gets left behind. The AA is unattended. Easily snapped up.
Has an armlet queued up. He's not even going for the blink dagger. Now Onyx actually up 7 to 4 kills, which is good for them, but Brood, as we know, can just farm silently, get some, not the best late game here, obviously. Oh, gets gripped.
Yeah, again, there's a sentry ward right here. This Brood saw that the Radiant ward warded was this jungle while Tiny warded the ward that used to be right here, but was unaware that the sentry was still up.
Heads up, play by Wait, who just immediately grips, doesn't even think about doing anything else. Care if the Spiderlings hit him, he knows he'll team back him up. There we go, free kill. They're gonna look to push bottom with 3 heroes. Maybe they think because Brood's down, they won't. They are.
Voiceless Void does have Chrono. He can just panic Chrono, run away, or try to set up for an AA blast. AA blast gonna be up in about 5 more seconds. Way too, without that ult, it's a little bit more difficult to hold down a target on the Radiant.
And like Suns fan said, we just saw even level 1 time dilation up on that Brit, like a 10-second cooldown on his Quill Spray. That's gonna be pretty damn big in fights, I have a feeling.
Ellens wants to move forward, trying to find a pick, just trying to go and initiate on a frostbite, but super slippery.
Believe it was Brax was just talking about it's gonna be up. Complexity needs to take Roshan, but Chrono, AA ult, Puck ult, and a tiny stun toss sounds pretty tough to do.
Mason really needs a second to him.
Keep himself composed. Saw in the that earlier Fear and Arteezy's ex-teammates rooting him on.
Ooh.
Big name. If he loses this, they'll never like him again. But I think he should be fine.
No pressure.
And actually, he's going Blink into the Shadow Blade. I think that's build now. This is what's the gold graph looking like? I don't have it.
Hit G. Is your binding?
Oh, you just hide it? I don't use hotkeys for his garbage. I cast game the way Ice Frog wanted me to. So 4,000 Radiant. How do I do right next to each other? 1,000 in favor of Radiant. So they're up 4 kills, but they're still down both ways. They're fine with that, though. I mean, Void's eventually gonna get that Vladson catch. Actually has it right now. So that's gonna be nice. Big armor, big damage.
Again, these wards for the Dire are ultra value. They're gonna be able to finally deward it, but Dire got what they need. See this rotation up, and they're going to go ahead and move themselves toward mid. Like down bottom, that's going to be a free pass for Void to push himself up into the wave.
Radiant's middle tower.
Are they actually get a 4-man top? Try to get that tier 2?
Why the hell not, man?
That seems really early to do it, but they can.
We look at the momentum swing in 1 and 2, and it was just Complexity out of the gate. They're charging, they're bloodthirsty, they want those structures. This game feels way more... The Complexity are waiting for the right opportunities to strike. They're content just farming up. It's going to be a very different strategy for Dota, and we'll see how Onyx reacts to that.
It's funny, Onyx is fine with this tier 1 for tier 2. Usually you don't see that, but Onyx just wants sort of gold they can, and they'll pick that off. We'll take the top one and...
Mid lane. We've got the sleep coming in onto cancel. Ice Blast to follow up as well. This leads to Commander just busted out of this world. My goodness.
I like Swindle's effort. He ults up the hill. Because see it downhill, but no one runs up the hill, so unfortunately doesn't work.
He wasted one of them.
Oh, they're still up here though. Look at they're hiding around. Actually, Monkeys is getting some damage on that tower top, and no one's rotating yet.
Down bottom, we're gonna have our Dubu just trees waiting for someone to come down. Of course, AA, not the ferocious solo killer.
Bane was heading there, but he's like, wait, I don't have a grip. What are we gonna do together?
AA just he's content.
Yeah, but now Bulba's here. Oh, if they get one more kill on cancel, and they definitely can, this would be huge.
Oh, but mid, Moo is still charging in. Moo still wants to make something happen. He's going to get triangulated here.
Oh,
slowed down. There is going to be a web coming in as Monkeys wants to help fight. Toss back forward. Moo does blasted apart, but Monkeys still able to take out Dubu. Connecting onto 2, the Earth Splitter. Moving forward, another put down by Monkeys. They really want to fight, and a melon up as well. There is going to be coming in. They've got this puck on lock. Mace gonna be enough to help him escape. Bane has got a nightmare. Really tough to find that spot where you can really lock down a target. So in the end, Complexity, they lose their bristle and a couple of important picks as well.
Yeah, Mason could have just hit stun toss combo the Crystal Main and kill. I think he was going for something a little more ambitious, but wait, here we go now.
Yeah, it's just easy picking. She is waiting to be killed. That was a Avatos and 1 punch.
Ult is down now. They might go in with this Elder Titan.
And Monkeys is super content all the time in the world to him. Using the Midas whenever it's available. He's got himself, looks to be a Mithril Hammer.
Yeah, he
for
has
the
his
full
death
deso.
already. It'd be nice for push. He can definitely solo split push. He just can't get caught out now. Oh, quite a few of his spiralings there. Get some nice gold. We haven't seen much. Have we seen a chrono? I legitimately don't.
There
we
was a
watch
chrono
one?
mid
Yeah,
lane
we
to
did.
help pull off
One
the
is, yeah. Besides
Legion.
that-
We didn't see it, but that was
Yeah, I
a
think
little
they're
bit
just
of my
trying,
work.
he's just saving. They've been getting plenty of these AA kills without the chrono. They always want to have one of their cooldowns up so Moo can't just run at him.
Speaking of
And
Moo
there's
running, it looks like he's going to get wrapped around upon. Mason's got the initiation with the lance. They're able to back toss him forward and way too.
Oh no, the
he's going
AA
to
ult.
Fiend's grip him in the air. The AA ult missed. Still have the damage to keep him down, doing everything he can. He popped his wand, but he will still get crushed. The body of Faceless Void down on top of him.
They have, I don't know, had one unsuccessful Bane grip, which is insane. Hasn't been stunned, hasn't been not a kill. I think he's had like 5 grips and 5 kills.
Yeah, I mean, this
a
Bane has
perfect
been
game.
Tower is under attack.
tournament, but certainly working out for on.
Way too, one of the eldest. He's been around for some time. One of the famous Han pros.
Dire scanning right outside the Roche pit, but Cancel and Monkeys focusing down the Roche. There's not a whole lot of in and out movement. They don't get.
Well, they ping it though.
That was
Was it?
that was orange.
I think it was brown or orange. I think it's.
Mont says,
We're gonna go with brown.
all right, maybe
Great
Brown
ping
pinged
by
it and
Brown.
is just sitting there. Dubu just calm and collected right here. Pinging the Roche. Anyway, it's gonna
Top
be
did not.
just go in the way of Cancel.
Yeah, nice. That's a nice gold swing because Z-Freak has his Midas if he really wants. Chain's going back now. He denies the top tower and they get Roche. So a real decent team gold swing. Could have Midas. Man, Z-Freak could be farmed and have levels real soon.
Is there any pressure on Complexity to kind of group up and end it quickly? Are they scared of this
Doesn't
Tiny, or
feel
are
like
they
it.
really
Tiny
okay with
could be
this?
scary, but I mean, they're fine. No, top lane. Abed's going in. Oh no, but Monk Trevor's here.
Yeah, Z-Freak, he's fine to die for this as long as it results in a kill. They're gonna go in. Cancel had the duel ready.
Get it, though.
Monkeys could not restrain him.
I think Monkeys wanted to kill him before he killed Z-Freak, but he didn't get in, then he just didn't hold back before the duel. Bottom
That's
lane
all
pushed
good.
him by dude. He's gonna have a Midas in like 600 gold. That's good.
Yeah, still struggling a little bit. He has got decent levels. He picks up a 10. He goes for the 60 gold minute, so wanting to make sure he's just rolling in it.
There we go. There's the hood for Bristleback. So hood Vanguard, Echo Saber does decent chunk. Absorbs a decent chunk.
Tower is under attack.
Right, slow tower siege starting up. Not even investing the brother into this. Creeps are still in top. The micro on those would be neat, but towards that mid.
Now we do see Silver Edge on Tiny. Obviously super big in this game versus the Bristleback, even versus the Broodmother. Fascinating bite. And Legion Commander. Shoot, it's just good all around.
Getting a little triggered, not moving his wad of spiderlings, but it's okay.
This chilling. He's just pushing middle. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he's got more important things to work about.
Should be split pushing top with it, but maybe doesn't want. Maybe knows Abed's heading up there. Doesn't want to give him the extra gold.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're timing out. Clump of them just died off, and now again mid is the focus. Onyx doesn't even want to. No, no way they get a better jump on.
Structures are fortified.
So, tier 3 is definitely something to take the top of the priority list, though. That's going to be the key to the shrines. Looks like there will be rotations back. All of Onyx getting at the ready. Faceless Void is finally TPing back in. Throws out the silence, but it doesn't.
They do get the tier 2 bottom for that, so they're happy with the tier 2 for tier 2 trade, honestly, from Onyx, even though they lost about half HP on the tier 3 tower. Cole knows uphill. Real big pain there. He's got to back up, maybe smoke up. They're going to do a super,
Dire's
like,
middle tower is under attack.
I don't know where they're going with the smoke. We're going to see if they just sit on top of the hill and wait for someone to come up, maybe.
Yeah, they're just chilling. Again, Complexity, they're not feeling that time crunch. Overall net worth has kind of stopped accelerating, but for overall XP is really barely in their favor.
Elder Titan spot out the Tiny before he does anything and just get hold the map. Oh, smoke into smoke.
Coming out. Melons, he's going to break his smoke. He's going to go forward. Does have his ult at the ready, but they want to back right out. They find that it's all of Onyx. Pick.
Onyx is super spread out. They need to somehow get out of here. Is Bulba just going to push bottom like strangely? Look at this. Creeps are just in their base doing tons of damage. All right.
Complexity certainly can't afford to lose a tier 3, but
Yeah.
a couple of creep hits aren't too much to get fussed about.
Oh, for me it is.
Oh, you're just...
Unhealable damage is one of the key components to Dota at its core.
Radiant's bottom
Thank you,
tower
Grant.
is under attack.
There we go. Way 2 is going back in. Doesn't have the grip available. Just goes for the T out. Wants to bail, and they don't have anything to lock him down
Radiant's
with
middle
back.
tower is under
Rather with
attack.
Legion being.
Dubu's still chilling. Huh. Got his ult.
This is a comfy place for Dubu right here.
Going.
Oh, here we go.
He's going for that. Oh, got him.
Abed.
Maybe. Wait.
Get a
Nice.
assist there. As for rakes in the kill onto Z-Freak. Z-Freak feeling a little bit less in.
I love this too. Because you let the Ancient Apparition get the kill, he gets a Midas now, and you start getting levels and all that, you get a 4-staff of Yules and Ags, and AA become extremely scary.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty difficult to deal with. The levels are still obviously not perfect on the AA level 10 at 23 minutes, but all right. Overall levels, you got the Broodmother at level 20, guys with all the experience, but
Yeah.
it is going to be a 50 attack speed skill.
That's probably a smart one. Spiderlings could be good if he wants to split push, but we've seen he hasn't been split push too much. They're just gonna go bottom. No one's TP'd back from Onyx yet. Oh, here comes an AA ult. Hit on everyone and clear.
They hit on everyone, but I think without any follow-up damage, they're just going to keep going for it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Maybe Cole looks to push base. They know AA ults down. It's almost impossible to kill the Bristle without that.
The Aegis has been consumed, so it's a little bit more difficult for
Radiant's top tower is
Complexity
under
just to barrel roll onto the high ground, but
Going for that last, or the tier 2 top. No, he's just out. He's like, oh, we're about to fight, huh?
Or
Oh,
step
no.
in. They are going to be able to go. Chrono connects just one. Bristleback, he's so the back line, and they might be able to help Legion get this one. Cancel is able to secure it. Crystal Maiden, she's dancing. Melons will get hit by the frostbite, but oh, it's not looking great for Onyx. Complexity are getting what they need to, and now Bane's on the run. You've got Mason there ready to go in for the avalanche in 5 more seconds, but it's not looking easy right there.
That was, well, still going in. That was Bulba went way too early with. They didn't have AA ult up yet, and that was just.
Ellen's a little bit too deep. Will get picked off, but the tier tower is down. This is a great point for Complexity to either collect themselves and heal up, or all retreat as a group. It looks like they just want to keep pushing forward. They sure would love a set of racks right now. Off coming back forward, Moo not gonna hurt any of his own teammates, and Monkeys is gonna keep chunking everyone down. Cancel is slow, but Cancel is still moving.
Going for him. AA ult's flying.
Oh, but Cancel gets ambitious.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Prevent the AA blast from connecting. That's gonna keep everyone alive aside from Swindles. And Complexity are feeling comfortable. Just keep going in. Monk maybe playing with a little bit of fire. It's gonna be an easy pull wrap around to get the shrine.
Yep, they actually legit had to wait for that AA ult to be up. Bulba just went in. They didn't have the AA ult follow up, and then fresh BKB on Legion just blinks forward and blows up the puck because of that.
High ground siege, putting everything about 7,500 net worth in favor of Cole.
Brood is gonna get a Assault Curse and about 3,000 gold. That'll be great. We haven't seen the Broodmother's been playing with this team. It's been nice. It's not been one of those super annoying, just push by herself all game, maybe die.
Speaking of by yourself, Melons are yep, that's the one.
Luckily, he's like, whatever. I'm a Crystal main. You guys lost to Rax.
See Swindle saying, actually.
This is where he's just like, whatever, puts his hands on back of his head. But they do have to be careful still. All it takes is one Chrono, 1 AA blast. And Chrono is up, AA blast is up in 15. You can go for it again.
It's gonna go ahead and easy way to just spawn those spiderlings up, get that XP, get that gold, and itself completely safe. Broodmother BKB only been used once and has that Assault Cuirass queued up. Quick buy.
Man, and Moo, much to Sun's fan, is going for the Aghanim Scepter next. See ya.
I mean, that's something Bane can continue to do as long as there's so, but it's not accomplishing a whole lot in the long.
He's definitely looking to get a ward down, but he's like, I don't want to give away where I'm warding, just sleep out.
We're gonna be able to TP out of the trees.
Still has his Midas up though after he TP'd, and he TP'd all the way back to base.
Unfortunate, perhaps life-saving.
Perhaps. Not that they have many stuns except for Z-Freak. He has a 4-stab now, so Z-Freak starts to get his game-changing items where he makes crazy saves you didn't think anyone could make.
I like his double raindrop.
He's ready to go.
Now, we haven't talked a whole lot about Mason in a couple of minutes. He's got himself a Silver Edge, he's got a Blink, he's got that initiation power. Tiny's slowly but surely been scaling up. How much longer do you need to get Tiny to a point where he can actually win these fights?
I think the problem is Tiny can't really win the fights because your best team fight winning ability is face Void plus AA. So Tiny needs to find someone in the back. He needs Blink, Silver Edge hit one of them, stun toss call. The problem is BKBs are there. Brood, Legion. Where'd Legion use his BKB at? It's on cooldown.
Apparently very recently. Really wanting to go take a jungle camp.
Looks like a misclick.
Yeah, it may very well have been.
BKBs, it looks like Rain's going for one. That's the problem. Tiny doesn't do that much. With Bulb Cures, he does a lot more without the stun toss combo, right click, but Tiny feels a little bit underwhelming after the first 20 minutes.
Onyx looks like they're making the play just to go and push their advantage and avoid clearing out bottom lane. They'd like to be able to take out this tier 2 mid. Likely they don't really care. They've got spiderlings all over the map, and they're going to be able to force the tier 2's top, or 3 top, rather.
Yep. Mason's just pushing middle. We see a few pings and random heroes everywhere in the middle of.
Yeah.
But Way 2's invisible. He doesn't go into Oh, he sees him because he was outside the Roche pit and out. They're going for it.
Moo's going to get things started. Way 2 just ambling around the pit, giving some really good information. They want to go in at least.
Oh, they found Brood.
Monkeys forever. They do have that Fiend's Grip. They're going to cast it, but they've got the Elder Titan stomping in, and now Monkeys is going to burn. He will get hit by the AA blast, but he is content to man up and take out all the dire heroes he can possibly find. Cancel. Love to find a duel onto Abed. Abed going to temporarily fade out, but he's got to come right back in and face vicious jaws of complexity.
That was just. They knew they were in Roshan, and they thought they could pick off Brood before he did anything, but nice stomp from Z-Freak. Just off that grip.
Said Z-Freak picked up his 4-staff and he's going to start to make the plays. Well, I mean, he did. 4-staff was irrelevant, but he did.
This is more than likely going to be another Rax. No buyback on Puck. Deso on Brood. Plenty of minus armor on all this.
It's looking grim. Best overall net worth is now about 10,000 in favor of complexity.
Well, here we go. Oh, might find a kill on Britzel, actually. Playing the duel. Nice sleep, though.
Legion probably not going to find the duel there. Chrono down here. Moo still very, very low. Monkeys is going to get dusted and focused down here. That's a big kill. Mason on a mega kill. They're tossing illusions on melons by the towers. Everyone sharing the credit for that one, and now it's just Z-Freak here. Trying to TP out, but he's going to get tossed back into the wolves in that fight. Ice the targets he needed to get down, and Bristleback was the only one to live.
Yeah, it just goes to show the Silver Edge Echo Saber on Tiny pretty much took Bristle down to 60% in his first hit, which was super nice. Stun toss combo. Even the AAL didn't even do anything. They actually had that. That'd have been so nice. Now, oh, they're going for Roche.
An easy segue back into the pit. Complexity got buybacks, and they've got up, but this road melting very, very quickly.
And after this Roche dies, Tiny will have just enough for his Assault Cuirass, so another good team fight item, and now he can start massacring anyone he wants on the back line.
It's definitely getting to be a bit of an interesting game. Big gold swing going back down. Complexity took it from about 10,000 to under 5,000 in there. Still looking good. They've still got momentum. Got to be a little more cautious. Onyx has to bring to the fight.
Especially with Abed. He's getting Dagon. He's going to have his Dagon. Veil, Dagon, Ice Vortex. They have so much burst damage with Tiny and Puck. They just have to make sure it hits.
These are starting to wear a little bit thin. We're only 31 minutes into the game, but Legion, already using 2 charges. Broodmother, 3 charges. So it's going to be a game of cat and mouse. I think we're going to see a little bit of what we saw in game number 1. Both teams were kind of 5-manned up, looking for each other, but not necessarily finding each other.
That is one of the lesser I haven't noticed things. If they use their BKB to, like, say, get out a Puck ult or dodge AA or something crazy like that, they focus down Mason with maxed out Craggy. It's really hard for, Bristle, Legion, and Brood, all 3 melees? That could be real rough late game for them.
Get interesting here. I mean, the half a lane of Rax going down is going to keep complexity with a momentum swing, at least in the bottom lane, but how is Onyx's ability to creep clear? Can they just keep holding against potentially even Mega?
Probably not megas, but with Tiny probably getting like a 5 or 6 item ags, they definitely can. With Puck, with Veil, and all of his spells, they can. So as long as they don't, if they get mega, they're probably doomed. But if they just leave it like this, I think they're fine.
How do you feel the Broodmother has been? Because it was, really strong from that 10 to 20 minute mark, but it's definitely falling off as Onyx have ways to deal with it now.
I think that's just the hero in general. Does really good in the lane. As we saw, even though he's versus a tri-lane, he did great, got farm, pushed towers early, but now up too much. I mean, look, he has 1800 HP. That's literally just one stun toss and auto attack from Tiny, and he's dead. He just has to. I don't even know. It's a weird hero, and he has BKB and Desolator, but I don't know. He just has to position himself extremely well, and the problem is he needs to be right-clicking people. So how do you do that?
Want to see him kind of split push while the rest of the team is fighting elsewhere, or do you want him 5-manning with his?
Might need a split push. It's not like Onyx has that much to deal with the split push. I mean, if Tiny goes back and just kills him, that's great, but I think I'd rather see him split push. But you see that a lot. If Broodmother dies to split push, then you just look dumb. Like Monkeys does. He's like, oh, I should have been with my team. But if he keeps staying with his team, that's the best play.
Our Ancient Apparition making some progress towards his ags. He definitely started real poor, but
Oh wow, and he got a whole solar crest too. Yeah, he's great time, only 1,000 away from it.
I used the Solar Crest in the Roche Pit, and that's one of the reasons why it went down so easy.
Mason's chasing cancel.
Yeah. An ambitious play with the Dream Coil connecting onto 2. Up Z-Free down on the backside. Melon's gonna walk his way right into an Ice Blast and get obliterated. Up lane, the Rat coming out. We talked about Monkeys potentially pushing on his own. The Spider, it's big. And it is frozen in place. Dude coming back in. They know that there's no Ice Blast, but he just can't stay alive. The racks go down. Pretty big cost, though.
Yeah, he'll take it, though. They all have buyback, so they can't really push middle. Mason is looking for it. There we go. The Silver Edge is up. Aghanim's bristleback, so to face the way of Mason.
That's everywhere.
That's actually... Realize that's so good, especially versus Mason. He doesn't have to look at him. Just
way2 going in, really thinking about that nightmare. Mason going forward here. That Tiny's down to half health, has the Age burn. They're going to bring Abed in. They get the nightmare down. This is going to be huge. They get the Fiend's Grip, and they're going to get the break. That's a dead bristle. This is complexity. They've got to buy back. They got to get.
They just too. That was strange. They didn't buy back to help him. I'm super surprised.
I think they just underestimated. They thought this bristleback was unkillable, but he's dead without buyback.
Silver Edge, Dale, look at this. Oh, and he had the gem, so Puck's chilling with 2 gems right now. Gives one to way2. Here you go, bud.
And that's 500 gold off the AA Ags. That's gonna make things very lethal.
Yep. Mason's crazy. What if his Aegis just wears off right now?
He's got some time on it.
Tower. Oh, it did.
Relax, second.
Be able to get this melee racks too. Go Saber. Here comes the BKB. Is he gonna try to throw down ult on just Mason here?
Melons is trying to dance, just trying to go in for something. Is finally able to channel off that ult. It should be a 1 duel for a Legion Commander. Knight's Earth Splitter coming in. They lose Crystal Maiden, but Freak's still up on the back of the fight. Now it's just Monk. He's cornered. He's going after Mason. Wants to move on this, and they should be able to find the kill. The Aegis already burned, but look at that sleep from the Bane. Buying time. Mason still alive, and Z forces forward, trying get that last click onto the Tiny, but they aren't able to do it. That's another gem down. The Crystal just bought another gem at the beginning of that fight and drops it. So now there's 3 gems in possession of the Dire. Meanwhile, though, look at Dire base. It's not looking too hot.
They're going down right now. What the hell's that shrine anyways? By the 2 towers. That was... Wow, that was perfect play by way2. Not only did he, the sleep was obvious, he didn't release it after 1 second. He waited twice before the auto tag, and I definitely think that made the difference. So, way2 and Mason gain plays there. But they do lose another Rax bottom. They lose
to tier 4.
Yikes.
That just got shucked down by creeps.
But I think they're fine. They know if they win one right now, they just win. Mason can take bases so quickly. And he has 5.2k just chilling. What does he want? He could, if he gets an ag, it wouldn't, doesn't look, he would just buy the ags right now if he wanted it. So it doesn't look like he's going that.
Grant, hit H.
H. Yeah, looking pretty good there for the Dire experience-wise.
That is really detrimental.
Let's hit G too.
Let's hit G. We already hit G on
5,000. Oh, he's going for the satanic tiny. This might be one of a kind. I have yet to see a satanic tiny in a long time.
I mean, Mason's filling a pretty interesting role here. He's kind of got to put the entire team on his back and move forward.
Yep. Faceless Void. We have not seen that many Chronos actually at all. They have one top. He lost the rack. Monkeys forever, but I don't know. I was expecting a lot more out of Faceless Void. Plus AA has been hitting some big holes just on his own.
He has just hit 25 there. He got very, very close. He is going to be picking out a skill for himself. For Avalanche or cooldown reduction?
Cooldown reduction's better. I think both of them are really good. Not really good, but he doesn't know either. He's like Googling it. He's like, oh shit, which one do I take?
He goes for the cooldown reduction. I mean, I think just the Silver Edge has been so impactful in these. You got to get those combos off as frequently as possible.
0.4 on the toss is really good. Oh my god. You see watch next time Abed has the orb mid move speed. That shit flies.
Oh god. It's always the worst whenever you play Puck, those 1.5 speed boost, and then you play them without the 25 and it feels like you're in Milan.
There we go, possible gank. Looks like Cole was trying to do warding, but we know they just lost 2 gems. There's 3 gems on Onyx's side. And, well,
Monkeys is just slithering on through. He doesn't care.
Team right there. They have gems. Right. Oh, well, nope.
That's just a juke.
The rest of his team comes back. They need to be very careful. They might get a duel on Mason. Do they see him? They do.
Oh, Mason getting caught out here. There is going to be... Duel is actually going to come in on the side of the map. Mason gets by the Earth Splitter. Mason getting so low. Can they get him down? They do. That is a super important kill. He's going to be dead without buyback. Bane is going to get melted down by the urn. Not able to off the full Fiend's grip. Some of the gems changing hands back at complexity. That was a big fight.
Yeah, it was. Swiddle got all 3 of the kills onto Onyx, but unfortunately Legion and Broodmother died. It's going to be tough to push in top, but they have their Bristle back, and Tiny has no buyback. They definitely can do this. Bulba is going to have to trying to push out bottom. They might just get the free range racks, or they're going to go for middle.
Buyback from the Puck. He really wants to make something is defended.
Super smart.
Middle
wow. Oh, Dire. Well, the mid-range racks goes down. Now the Shrine starts taking damage. Clear out those little buildings.
Radiant just... They can't TP.
Yeah, I don't think... at least the creep spawn, they're fine now. But yeah. Melon's made so much gold that fight. The BKB ulti, now he has an Aether Lens. That was such a strange fight. It was just really poor by Onyx. Mason ran in. They had a sentry. They saw that Monkeys blinked away. And they're like, oh, he must be by himself. And then the rest of his team ran up. And if Mason didn't get initiated on, they would have won that fight. Good job by Cole picking him off.
Yeah, it was also a really nice Earth Splitter from Z-Freak, who kept himself safe during the entire fight as well. Really smart position. The Elder Titan.
I think the strangest thing, the Satanic on the Tiny when he doesn't have a BKB. Pop Satanic gets double frostbitten by... It's just...
you
literally just lose Satanic.
Oh, Z-Freak. It's got an Invis rune.
No gems.
Very, very
Who
sneaky.
has the gem now? Oh, they're looking for him. Here we go. Duels. Uh-oh, duel up though. Cancel's looking for him.
Gonna be blinking forward, just barely out of range. There they go. They finally get they're punching down the AA like there's no tomorrow. At victory, there is gonna be a chrono connecting onto 3. They are able to find onto Cancel. Melons. Oh, with the beak ult, it's not enough though. Rip onto the bristleback, and they're able to get down as well. It's a triple kill. There's more Monkeys frantically on the run. There's gems dropped all over the map. Onyx to clean.
The fact that Dubu hit 2 of those people with, I don't know, he Aghanim, he threw out his ultimate and then force-stabbed backwards, but he hit 2 people with that Aghanim Scepter ulti, and it was Bulba hits a 3-man. He's like, I did my job.
Onyx win off this push right now. They've got buyback on the Legion, but she's not going to use it.
Nah,
she's
they'll
up
respawn.
15.
Bristle's still down for 50, but even if just 4 heroes are alive on Cole, they're not going to... They might try to take Tyrax, we'll see. It's just tough, you know, versus Elder Titan Stomp and overwhelming odds. They're just going to go for... They're just going to farm, whatever.
Yeah, the only shrine left on the map is Bad Boy right here. Roshan going down. It's going to be 3rd Rosh. Aegis and Cheese going the way of Onyx. That is going to be so hard to put.
Mason gets rid of his blink. He's like, well, I'll just put it in my backpack. Let's save it for later. This is way better.
He's using the Silver Edge, man. That's all he needs. He's actually going to go ahead and give the Aegis to Puck.
And take himself. Okay. I think that's fine. Abed can do a lot more with say if your whole team dies, Tiny has Aegis, he just dies again, but Puck can do some crazy stuff and just stay alive. I think it's smart. And he's an Octarine in 500 as well. Octarine, Dagon 3 Puck.
And where Tiny is so tanky, he'll have a lot more time to react and use getting focused down, whereas Puck is going to be a two-shot.
This is actually this is different. Game 1 was like both teams did their strategy. Game 3 is just both teams are running at each other, and one team wins a fight, the other team wins a fight. Crazy.
Were you expecting Onyx to do this?
I thought they definitely had the best chance wanted in Freedom, but I did not see him being close in a Game 3. I thought Complex step above him, but Abed's middle and Mason's carry. Way too is great.
I mean, yeah, we saw from game number 2, it's not like Complexity are performing poorly or having mega issues. They're just a little bit outdone right now. Onyx are looking incredibly strong. They're really playing as a team time.
Yep. I was looking at like AA's level 25 talents or pairs. Like if one of them, if they were like Ice Vortex or Ice Blast skills, but it's just the other two. I guess 3 charges of Cold Feet actually might be decent in fights, yeah. He could go to 80 damage too. But top lane, there's about to be a fight, I have a feeling. Oh,
moving forward,
Swindle.
Mason just drops Swindles like it's hot. He's going to BKB out of this. I mean, he wants to book it. He wants to get away safely at all costs, but looks like Abed able to find a kill in the river. Z-Freak going in for the stomp, but is going to get silenced, gets dagoned right to the back of the head. Z-Freak just running away. It's not looking so great as Bulba's able to find himself a kill.
Yep, and Bulba has farm now. He's not just for his chrono. He has a lot of damage on his side. He's going Lincoln's next. I like it.
And I feel like the Faceless Void hasn't been active as other Voids we've seen, but at this point in the game, he's getting to where he can just run in and act like a position 1.
Yep. Oh, and I love it. Way too on the Bane, gets 75 enfeebled. It's a 200 reduction damage on anyone. That's why we've seen the Legion Commander hasn't been getting dual kills. Every time he duels someone, he just gets enfeebled, and he literally does no damage. That's actually super broken. I know I was talking with like Bleak about it. Feeble is sick late game now. Well, here we go. They're pushing in top. No glyph now.
Trying to zone the best he can. Mason, he's got that Silver Edge ready. Abed chopped down by some phase shift that one off. Moo, he's liking the Aghanim's goo, but there's just no jump. Like Complexity are really struggling to find those initiations.
It is funny now because Sunsfan was talking about how the Bristleback goo does not cancel Lincolns when it's Aghanim. It's going to be really hard once Bulba gets that Lincolns to actually cancel it. And this could be one of those things where Sunsfan was right.
I'm sure he's just...
He probably is, especially if they lose here. He's like, it's because of that. Might be, honest.
I mean, if you had to point exactly where Complexity lost their momentum, clearly if you look at the net worth, it's somewhere around the 30-minute mark. But, you know, what was that issue that they struggled with that they couldn't overcome?
They didn't know where to send Broodmother. Does he fight with us because he went Desolator and Salt Curious, or does he go Split Put? I think just him not knowing and then him dying like twice. And I also think that's about where Ancient Apparition Aghanims. That's just been so big.
AA definitely started small, but built his way up. Got a pretty well-timed Midas. Been improving from there. I want like a full... One on the Dire Curry.
About 4 on the map in total. Maybe 5. I don't know. Who knows where they're at, though. Biggest thing, there's going to be a whole Lotus Orb now up on Ancient Apparition. So, obviously super good against Goo. Against Goo, yeah. Right against
Goo. Right against Goo, man.
This might be a fight middle. Smoked up by Bulba. Going to go on this. Whoa, Silver Edge hit does come out. Oh, might be in a lot of trouble here, but nice stomp on Abed.
Monkeys moves forward, drawing the attention to himself. There is going to be a duel going down, but looks uneventful at best. Crystal Maiden ulting. Earth Splitter didn't do a whole lot there. They're going to lose. Already lost the Legion, or they're either the Broodmother. Looks like Melons is getting pounded down as well. Buybacks available. Everyone on Complexity, they've got to get themselves back in the fight because 4 is away from losing the entire game. Moo to charge forward. Lotus Orb of his own, but...
Look at that enfeebled.
Oh, they're going down. Back is getting... Can't afford to let it down. Lloyd, he's getting trapped in his own chrono. Will be able to get down the Brist. Immediately buys back. score a kill onto lead commander who already bought back into the game. It's getting great complexity. They're a couple of deaths away now. Moo died back here.
Over.
Exactly. He popped into that Lotus Orb trying to prevent some damage, but he's slow. He's gonna pop out the goo. Just try to keep all of Onyx at bay. This is one hero now holding off 4 heroes in the Dire. While bottom lane or Puck can be playing around, drops the Dagon onto me. Wrap around kill. Abed still up. The tier 4 is getting pressured. That looks like the rest of Onyx are content to go in these top racks.
Yep, there goes the melee. That orb.
I mean, I'm just surprised Moo's living as well as he is. He is zoning 5 heroes that would love to take a bite out of him.
Pretty much it's just Tiny has to Silver Edge hit him or they just don't fight him, and he used the Silver Edge to get racks, and Complexity surprisingly...
Puck could be in some trouble here, gonna get silence the Bristleback. Then he yules himself and just jaunt back to his orb all the way by the Roche. 5 talent is certain.
That thing, it kind of looks like, I mean, it's not a joke, it looks like one because of how fast it goes, Looney Tune shit, but... I don't know, they, once again, they're just... Lanes are pushed. Now that Onyx has the top melee, middle melee, they're happy.
Look at the dive and net worth. It has just plummeted to almost 30,000 in favor of Onyx, for it was even 10 minutes ago.
And that fight could have gone even worse for Complexity. That was a perfect stomp by Z-Freak on Bulba when he chronoed. It got on him and Abed. That could have actually just been the game if Z-Freak didn't hit that.
There's going to be a TP out and a smoke up at this last exterior building on the map.
Yeah,
Radiant, they're not messing around. They know they are one bad fight, one bad hold away. They're going to be the action makers. They're going to be the ones jumping in. They've got to focus this time.
Oh, Abed.
Going in, get duels immediately. They should be able to knock him down. It's going to be an Ice Blast. Connecting onto 3, though. Chrono clips on Commander. Our Bristleback is still up in the heart of the fight, taking so much damage. He down 100 seconds without the Bristle, but they lose the Tiny as well. That's 100 seconds, no Tiny. The fight's now go damage dealers. You've got Monkey trying to munch down the means he will go down as well. He gets bashed. He's locked in place. Cancel is so low, just trying to run.
Oh, there's killed Cancel. That would have been the game, so it's amazing he got saved there.
Tiny going down without buyback is a real but they can't capitalize on it because they've only got 2 heroes up.
Illusion.
And Tiny's alive in 60. He has... Oh, they're just going to push in the base. They know Brood doesn't have buyback, so... Actually, taking it slow. Bulba's just fine. I'm really surprised they didn't just run middle. They should have known there's no buybacks. There's no way they wouldn't be pushing middle if they knew.
Butterfly picked up for the Void. We talked about him just all of a sudden jumping online. He's got 2 farm now, and it's going to be very hard to lock down. Do we have any MKBs online? Doesn't look like it.
Oh. I just don't... I don't know what Complexity can do. That was a decent fight they had. They jumped on Abed. They killed him. Did they? Buy back?
Abed?
Yeah,
he must have gotten back into the...
That was like the best jump you can get, like, because Puck is just zooming around everywhere.
Yeah, he's got his buyback on cooldown.
By getting that kill, it's the biggest thing. That's always going to be the best jump on Abed, and if they do that again, it could be game. So every team's just one team fight away from winning because they both take bases, and I mean, half their base are gone.
Necessarily just a big kill on either the Tiny or the Bristleback. I mean, these big guys, these big zoners for their teams, they're so crucial right now, and currently neither has buyback.
We got left. Tiny needs what? 1,000 gold, which he can farm.
The only buyback on the board right now is Z. Oh, Bane just got enough money. All right, good job, way too.
Way too sitting at anyways. 4 staff, Ghost. Actually pretty underfarmed. Has an 8th or 2. He has 2.7k.
Time is money.
I wonder if he just goes for the F-Blade against the Legion or Brood.
Definitely a tense standoff right now. We see Complexity leaving their base just to deal with the Wada creeps heading in. Luckily, it's not a full lane of supers. They've still got their ranged barracks up. Complexity don't have the most phenomenal wave.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to... We're gonna finally see some real backpack usage. Tiny has cheese as well as Satanic in his backpack. He has a BKB up, so you're ready to see him, like, blink, BKB, switch it out, Satanic, all that. We're gonna see if he can pull it up, and they're checking out Roche, not up yet.
And have those fast fingers. Roche will be up in about seconds. Definitely something both teams are eagerly looking forward to. You get an 8 from the Tiny, you get an 8 Bristleback, all of a sudden we're looking at a game.
Kind of rotating fend. I mean, this is scary. Like, Onyx is like, we're so far ahead. They know they are too looking at the farm. They don't want to
blink in, they go in, they're able to duel off onto the Bane, frostbitten and killed off. Last is going to clip onto Melons, but that's a perfectly acceptable trade. Puck forward, not going to jaunt to the orb. The gem is collected by Melons. Complexity are trying to move forward. The blink in from Monkeys onto Dubu, focusing him down. Meanwhile, Cancel loses chase onto Abed up onto the high ground. But it looks like this AA should still be a casualty.
Getting pushed in hard by bottom.
Yeah, this enormous wall go forward.
They both have buybacks at least, but I believe Complexity is going to try to force them to use it, which is smart. But look at Mason doing such a hard job. He know they all went top to chase him, and he pushed middle.
He's also got himself
Quick
boots of
thinking.
travel, so he's able to get back to his base if
And
it's necessary.
He doesn't want to. He's seeing who's here. Oh, Cancel by himself, but they just pass. Okay.
Sean is now respawned. There is going to be a dire scan around the pit, but isn't going to find any Radiant heroes.
This is the tiny 3.2k as well. They just want to hope they don't have to use buyback.
Very, very tense match right now. So different from game number 2 with 19-minute victory. Complexity. Onyx showing that they are worthwhile being here. Net worth is planed out about 30,000 in favor of the Dire. 20,000 in terms of overall XP. Taking a look at our levels, almost everyone has hit that 25, just the supports.
AA's not going to shoot out his ult towards Roche. This is going to be a free Roshan for Complexity.
Melts down so quickly, and we'll see. Gonna snap it up. It will be Moo. Goes the way of Monkey.
Oh, AA ult. Okay, little late there, Slugger, but it flies in.
Right, man.
I wonder if they saw that he used it. They could not that AA ult, but it's up in 30.
It's not exactly the ult you need to be the most scary. Well, Melons, he's trying his best here. I'm actually surprised the Crystal Maiden has only amassed 13 deaths in this hour-long game. It seems like she's been picked off every fight.
Yep, but I guess there hasn't been that many fights. There's just been a lot of little pickups by the time. What's gonna happen here? You're just gonna push out creeps with.
Look at this
Void.
swarm of spiderlings in the top map. Just the mini-map looks like a mess. I mean, if you're complex, how do you actually get this fight going? Like, what is your jump point? Clearly, Cancel is keen to blink high ground and find a duel, but
That's pretty good.
it's such a scary point to jump on.
Yeah, if he had a Silver Edge, he could actually almost go on the tiny. Blink Silver Edge, hit him if he's not quick enough and do it. But without that, he has Crag. Yep, you.
Onyx, they're holding their base. Their high ground's, I mean, decent strong. They've got the Chronosphere at the ready. If it's hour, they can always just chrono as many as they find. They've still got the Veil and the Dagon 5, or rather Dagon 3. So, I mean, they've still got some burst. They've still got it in them. Problem is just getting those key heroes down, especially with the Bristleback Aegis.
Does either team do right now? They're waiting for Onyx to make mistakes by keeping them pushed into their base. They show one top, maybe try to force Onyx out of the base, but Onyx is standing strong. Basher on Bristle now. That's just more physical damage. His Echo Sabers actually. Though.
Don't worry, Complexity are just tiring themselves out. I mean, they had that window right after AA used ult where they could have just rallied up and jumped, but they're far more comfortable ground waiting for us to come to them. Really tense time.
Too tense. I could cut it with knife, or what's the saying? Cut butter with the tension of a knife.
I don't think that's a saying, Grant.
Oh.
I don't think
There's
you could
definitely
cut butter
something
with
you
the
could cut
tension of
something.
Is so.
It's palpable.
Yes, it is, Grant.
And Mason's just pushing out bottom. He has 5.2. I don't even know what he goes. I guess Boots of Travel 2. Probably Bloodthorn now, though, on Broodmother, so farm fell off. He just now got pretty much slotted.
My panel laughing. I don't know what's going on, but this came down to that end point. Like you mentioned, we are one fight away from it all going down for one of these teams. This is not an elimination series, but the winner will definitely feel a lot more comfortable moving forward in the tournament.
Yeah, but it is elimination mode.
They're indeed. Got a buyback status check. It looks like
Everyone but Bristle and Brood, pretty much. Pretty much none of the Radiant, actually. Look at this orb. This orb spam's so easy to clear out creeps now with how quick it is. Well,
Ooh, he's got to go high ground right now. His H expire in 2 minutes. He's got minutes to make happen. Fighting without an H
Radiant's bottom tower
isn't
is under attack.
ideal for either team.
Whoa.
Monkeys is going to get pinged. They drop a sentry ward here. What gems do we have that can take that down easily? It looks like they're just gonna jump in. Abed moves forward.
Mason split bottom.
Look at Cancel just really far out. He's going to get is completely by himself. But distraction enough. Free mid. Melons is going to be dancing. There is going to be a Chronosphere spent out. Melons focused by Void and Elude will end up dropping. And now they've got Mason locked down, or rather Bristleback locked down by Mason. There's a duel here. Oh, this could be huge. Legion Commander, do it by yourself. Back for that. Oh god, no. It's all looking downhill here. Looks like Onyx may have actually found the window that they needed.
They did, because Mason took the bottom racks before he even TP'd back, so he was pulling double duty right there. What a play. What was a tad out of position there.
He was really going for it. He was looking for an easy pick on the Bane, I guess.
Z-Free?
Oh, is gonna be by the Dream Queen.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Got all they need to seal the deal. Meanwhile, there is going to be Monkeys staying in, secures the lane of racks. Now, that's going to be Mega Creeps going the way of the Radiant.
Smart.
If there ever was a map strategy to hold this, that would be it.
Oh, is he going to find him? He does?
Yep.
No, he has buyback. He bought him time. Bristol and Elder Time didn't have buyback.
This
now
is
they do.
huge. And now Top Wave is pushing in enough to where you could, realistically, just buy Boots of Travel, rush the Ancient. There's only one tier 4
glyph?
in between Complexity.
It's up for Radiant. They're going for Megas themselves, actually.
Void should be able to take that down relatively. He's got a Mantis style to help out.
They have to get this real before the 58-30 creeps, and they will.
Yeah, they are able to do that. That's going to be huge. Now an even playing ground, and we're going to see what it's coming down to. Mason and Pullback just stung themselves while Melons is trying to ult. Not looking ideal. Monkeys, he's doing whatever he can. He's staying in the fight. He's frontlining, and they are going to bring Cancel back. BKB look for a really good duel here. They can find the kill. That buyback. Are they able to get him back into the fight in time? They kill on Dubu. Buyback as well. Moo just spraying out the goo. Getting was very, very low. Abed. No mana for the Dagon. No mana at all.
Uh-oh.
Moo drawing attention to himself. Meanwhile, the Dire base vacant. No creeps. No heroes going in. It's all happening mid lane.
When is the last Megas versus Megas game?
I don't know, but another one here.
Do they? Wait, where? Oh, Mason used his cheese. If
Cancel. Oh, and he's grabbing a double
Boba might be
damager, and
done.
Cancel's going for it.
Now he's running back.
You got an idea.
Wait a minute, there's no creeps over. Oh, if Bulba had full HP, the game would be over. The only reason this game's not
TP in from
over.
Legion Commander. She's not going to walk back fast enough, and these towers are pummeled. Radiant, they do not have a fortify. They're just at the mercy of the Dire's push right now.
Duel
There
on
is
the
going to
back.
be a duel onto this Bane who's going to tossed up and defend it. It's still a victory, but fortunately, the Legion Commander loses her life. It's only 2 heroes up on the side of
Silver Edge
Complexity. There's no buybacks. The team focused by Bulba. He just get out of this game. It is unfortunately going to be over as the Ancients exposed. All 5 heroes from Onyx able to down. What a fight there. Holy mackerel.
That was just an overall good game. Mason, Silver Edge hit on the bristle at the last second. That's just good games of Dota.
Absolutely, man. One of